not cold, are you? Are you alright? You're so beautiful. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. Okay, so I noticed coming out of the movie that you were a little bit emotional, but not just like crying emotional, like you were upset. Tell me why.
I was upset because it happens to a lot of people, like in New York City itself. It's like sometimes a lot of things have to go through it, and it's not fair.
It's not fair. So you feel like that movie was realistic?
Yes, I think it was based on like a true story.
And if you were Star, what do you feel like you would have done different or the same?
I would have done the same thing she did to her friend, because I feel like in a way her friend was actually being racist, but she didn't notice it. And like when they started to protest about Khalil, it was like they made it their problem when it really just wasn't only about her.
So you're talking about you would have got the brush, it would have been like, feel it, the way that Star did over her friend Haley?
Well, I actually would have beat her.
You would have beat her up? You really would have beat her up?
I would beat her with the brush.
So if you would have beat her with the brush, what do you feel like she would have gotten from that?
She would have gotten the sense of pain that families feel.
Okay. But do you think that that's enough?
Because right? Not even speaking with me.
So you take your brush, you beat her down. She feels pain, physical, but the pain that we're feeling is here. It's mental, it's in your heart, it's emotional, it's oppression, right? So the only way to fight that is what? Is it physical? I mean, some people feel that it could be, but do you feel like you're a leader? In a way? Tell me why in a way.
Because so in my school, in my class, I'm one of 5 girls in my class, and then the rest is boys. So it's like there would be something that happens, and I tell my teacher, like if I hear it on the news, and he'll so he has this word threat right here tattooed on him, and I asked him what it means, and he told me that it means that when a white person sees a black man, that's what they think of.
Threat.
So it's like if I say something, because my friends know me as I'm biased. They say I'm biased.
Yeah? Why are you biased?
Because I say that I don't like all white people. Because not every white person in this world is great. They're not, no one's perfect, but I feel like they do things, but they don't feel the pain that black people go through based on their actions towards black people. So it's during my classes, my friend called me racist.
Yeah.
And I asked him, how was I racist? And he said I was racist because I don't like him. I said, because he thinks that I don't like white people, period. Mm-hmm. So he said, is it based on their skin color? And I said, no. It's not. Well, I said no, but their skin color was part of it. But not all of it. It's because we're 2 different races, it's a different treatment between us.
You know that there are biases when they come. There are racisms. And I think that what's happened is generationally, we've felt a level of oppression. And there's a history that is in our lineage. And there's a little bit of pain that we still feel from that. You know what I mean? And I think that what we're learning to do now is to judge people on an individual basis, on a case-by-case basis, right? Because we can generalize and be like all white people, some white people, but they generalize too and say all black people and some black people. And we don't really want to be lumped into a group. But what we want to do is be able to deal with people on a case-by-case basis. That person is racist. That person may not be racist. You understand what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. We talked about racism, right? We talked about the racism that existed in the movie between white people and black people. What about the dynamic between black people and each other, right? King and all of the damage and all of the, violence and the threatening. Tell me about that. How do you feel about that? Because we need to talk about that, right? Because we're hurting each other. So tell me what you thought about that. Did that affect you? Did that bother you?
It did bother me because I used to see their own race going against each other when the point is to be together and go against people who are against them.
Is that the point? Because you know what, we could be together and not even have to go against people. We could be together and just rise. You know what I mean? listen, it's one thing if we are defending ourselves against people. But you know how in school it's like you have haters? You make your haters your motivators. Now, do you spend a whole lot of time worrying about your haters and thinking about what they're doing? No. All you do is let that hate motivate you to be greater and to be better and to rise and to make sure that what they say about you is not true, right? So we're going to join together, but we're going to join together to do what? To make a change. To make a change. So then you are a leader. So this movie makes you mad. It makes you mad enough to do what? To make a change. To speak up. To have your voice be heard. Yeah? My girl. Oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Let's go eat.